Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show. We've decided it's time to bring the side saddle back out. My left hip replacement is doing well. I have been riding astride, but I really enjoyed riding side saddle before my hip surgery. And Eve was really good. She was getting really good at understanding cues that didn't use right leg pressure, because of course in a side saddle you have a stirrup and leg pressure only on one side. So we're using just a regular crop today. Good girl. Now when I sit on this side saddle, I'm going to be ready to pick up the reins, but I don't want Eve to go anywhere. And my sits bone, my right sits bone is going to sit towards the right side of the saddle in the rear. I want to be able to use both my hands, so I'm putting this arm, this crop strap around my wrist. It's all right, Evie. It's all right. It's all right. Good girl. Now, it's been about 4 months since my hip replacement. July, August, September, October, yeah. And I am not confident that everything is properly in place in my body around that metal hip replacement until at least about 6 months. So I'm still being very careful around my horses and my cows that I don't get knocked about, or in the daily life of being a rancher and a farmer that I don't fall on things like trying to go up on a ladder and fall down. It's all right. Okay, my left foot, you see why I have Sarah there? Eve is feeling weight from my body because I had to do a few things and was not centered at that moment. I say, kind of, yes, right, the stirrup, this left stirrup is a little high. Okay, so try to, because I want my left foot to be under this horn. They are called horns on side saddles, I believe. And the last person that helped me with side saddles, she no longer is here. She's moved on from Santa Cruz. Well, she was much smaller than me. Okay, go back in front. Boy, it feels weird up here. And Sarah will feel it in a moment because she's going to come up. She is anxious to learn. And you know what? Sarah is a jumper. She's got a lot of experience jumping horses. And I have very little experience jumping horses. So we're going to work with our cavalettis that are here in our obstacles area at first. Now, Sarah, I want to join them. We don't have a halter on. I'm going to, our cavalettis are right here to my right. Yes. I'm going to ask Eve, with as little rein pressure as possible, just with looking in the direction that I want to go in the left direction, which we call the haw direction. I'm going to go around those barrels, and this cavaletti that we'll be approaching is on its lowest level. I'm going to ask Eve to step over the cavaletti. Now Sarah's going to be there as a joiner. Okay, so you just stay not in front of her, but off to the side of her and help me if she gets spooked by something, because that's something I'm being very careful not to have to deal with for at least another couple months. Okay, I'm going to use my prop if I need it. Step up. Feels weird. Because she's a fast walker, and I want to make sure I'm centered on this saddle with my right sits bone at the right rear. I'm going to try to step over, and here's what I'm going to do when I'm going to step over. I'm just going to let her move her feet. I hope she'll know where her feet are, but I'm going to look beyond the cavaletti. Then I'm going to make a haw turn, or maybe a G-turn and come back and do it to this cavaletti here.
I'm going to check it and then come back.
Okay. Oh, Sarah's just gonna check the, it's all right, Evie. Check the camera. We've only got 2 people on the team today. Yeah, let's make sure we've got the Cavalettis in. Eve is looking around. Watch her ears. She's listening. She knows this place to be somewhat spooky. And by the way, when it starts to rain, we're going to go back into our square pen and do a couple of sessions on spooky things, even spooky sounds. We've got a DVD that we play that has all kinds of spooky sounds because I want my horses to have confidence in me even if they hear something spooky. Okay. Step up. Looking beyond, giving her head. Very nice. Pop. Looking beyond, giving her head. Beautiful. I'm going to come around. You want to go to the camera and follow me? I'm going to do it the other direction. I'm just trying to find some clear space here that's not challenging. Walking around, showing her with as light a hand as I can. It's all right. It's all right. My bull was just in sight there, but she didn't get spooked. I'm coming back around. Okay, Sarah, based on the way she behaved the first time around, I think I'm okay. So stay with the camera. Whoa. She's getting real fast again. She's a great trail horse when it comes to speed because she has a nice ground covering walk. But right now, because it's been so long since I've been in a side saddle, I don't want her to walk so fast and with such large strides. So I'm trying to slow her down without hanging on her mouth. What I'm going to do now is look beyond, then make a G-turn, come back, and then I'm going to have to make a G-turn or go back out in the open and come back and park her next to the barrel and remind her what it's like when you get off of a side saddle. These are all different kinds of pressures on her that she had a lot of experience with 4 months ago, but it's been a long time. I'm looking forward. Step up. Using a clock. Good. Little right rein. Giving her her head. Nice. A nice G-turn. Whoa. And we used to call this parallel parking. Sarah's going to come up here, but I'm not going to ask you to intervene yet. I need to get Eve to understand she's about 4 to 6 inches away from the barrel. And for me to feel comfortable to get off, I want her a little closer. So I've got to ask her to back. Back. Look over her head. Good. Woo. Much better. Okay. Now I'm putting my left foot on there. And I don't want her to walk out because she feels different pressures on her back. I want her to know that she needs to stand there. Good. Until I tell her that she has given me the right answer, and then we'll ask for another cue. Okay, now, you want to try it? Mm-hmm. Okay, can you give me a hand down? I don't want to step too far down. That's my left leg, the one that has the hip replacement, and I have to tell you that so far I'm very happy with the result. Take your crop, and now we're going to switch roles. And I'm going to ask Sarah to do it. I'm going to go to the camera if she's comfortable. At the present level of the Cavalettis, and if all goes well, we'll go up at least one more level.
Am I supposed to sit on the saddle right here?
You're going to, yes, this leg. This right leg is right there in front of the horns. The left leg is going to use the bent horn for pressure if you need it. Your right sits bone at the right edge of the back of the saddle. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I'm sure we're in the view now, but I'm going to walk with you if she's okay. If you tell me it's okay, I'm going to go and operate the camera.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to stay out of Eve's way, and you saw that body language meant a lot. Coming around the barrels. When you get to the Cavaletti, she may be going too fast. You feel that? Yeah, so I asked her to stop. If you're comfortable with it, that's fine. You don't want her to try it, yo. So, not yet. Okay, let me go. Can you do that again? That was beautiful, but I'm not sure it was in camera's view. Okay, now we're definitely in camera's view. Look beyond. Feel her body language. It tells you a lot. Give her her head. Good. Now you're going to do a right turn. Yes. That was kind of a tight turn. She's definitely looking where her feet are, which is important. Okay, now you're going to go somewhere, or right there, whatever it takes to turn around, whatever you're comfortable doing. She'll turn over her haunches too, or you can go around the tree like I did. Do what's comfortable to you.
Okay.
Go for it.
Step up.
Watch the branches. This is a trail obstacles course, so we don't always cut the low branches. She's looking good. Sarah's looking where she's going. You feel that Eve is hearing you. She's hearing your look. Okay, look beyond. Good. And then a G turn. G is right. Are you comfortable for me to put it on the next level?
I'll try it.
Okay, I'm going to leave it on the cavalettis. Sarah's getting a hold, good, and you might try a back. Right, right, and pick up those double reins if she loses her relaxation in her neck. The last time that we worked on these obstacles, Sarah, months ago, we did that box that's over there to your left. Yeah, we stepped up on the wooden bridge, stepped into the box. We did a 360 or a 180 or a 90, whatever we felt comfortable doing, and then stepped out again. And that it felt really good, but at first, Eve was stiff. She wanted to step in the box and step out of it, so we had to be patient, repetitive. Okay, now I'm going to go down here to the cavalettis and turn them to the next rung up. Be aware that Eve might start trotting. And if you're uncomfortable, sit on your pockets.
Okay.
And try not to pull on her mouth. And if you do have to pull on her mouth, boing, 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 right, left, right. Don't do double rein pressure if you can help it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going up to the next rung. I'm going to move this over ever so slightly. I moved it over a little bit because there are some tree stumps there, which is trail obstacles, okay? But I don't want to compound the difficulty here of Sarah learning her balance over these cavalettis and stepping on a tree stump. Okay, Sarah, do whatever you're comfortable with. Safety's number one. Sarah's heading towards the creek. If the cows come down the corridor, if a bobcat or deer shows up, okay, we have to deal with it. These are prey animals. And in my opinion, trail riding is the most challenging of all because there are infinitely many spooky objects. Yeah. Okay, you've got some open space there. Watch the tree stumps. Try to get her slowed down. She just got excited. She's trying to give you the right answer. Do you want to try that again, or do you want to save it for another day?
I'll try it again.
She wants to try it again, and she must have felt comfortable doing it. Remember, Sarah knows exactly what to do in a jump, but she's always done it on astride saddles. And now she's allowing Eve to trot. Her head's coming up. Try to bump her down or lift the double reins. Whoa, okay, that was pretty fast. Let's come around here. Come on over here, Sarah, and let's talk about it.
Okay.
We're gonna take tiny baby steps here. Looks like you kind of flew out of the saddle a little bit, but then landed. Tell us how you felt.
Well, normally when you're jumping, you kind of get up and shift your weight forward.
Yes.
But this, I kind of am stuck in it, and so she kind of popped me up over it when she went over it.
Okay, now I sent you a few links, and you yourself have been proactive in getting some YouTube videos up there when you have time. You've seen side saddle jumping 5-6 feet, right?
Right.
What do you think they did that's different from what you just did?
I'm not sure if I need to be tighter in the saddle and just kind of stay in the saddle instead of coming out of it, which is what I'm used to.
Yes, okay. And when you come out of it, is that called a 2-point?
Yeah, it's 2 points. It's a jumping position.
Yeah, and I know that there are exactly right seconds at which you go 2-point. Too soon, too late, no good. I have watched very famous natural horsemanship trainers take jumping lessons on shows on RFD TV, and you know, as good as they are at what they do, boy, are they not so good at jumping. So how do you want to deal with that? You want to try it again?
Yeah, I think more practice in trotting, just in this, would be good too.
Not even jumping over the cavalettis, just trotting?
I mean, both.
Both.
I mean, because I don't even know. I'm not sure. I mean, I think in the side saddle, it's completely different than in the English saddle.
Okay.
Or even jumping bareback. Bareback's, you know, because you're still going with the motion.
Right. Okay. We may want to do some Google searching about maybe some PDF files or something that explain it, because as much as it's fun to learn by watching videos, unless there's kind of an interaction like we're doing right now, it's not always obvious to the viewer what's being done by the horse and by the rider to accomplish the task. So you feel like it wouldn't be asking too much of you from a safety point of view to try again what you just did?
No, I'll try it again.
Okay, all right. And I think maybe if that is successful, we'll call that our moment of resolution today, and then do some searching, researching, and another session another day.
Okay. Back. Back.
Try to get her head down. See, right now she's backing, but with her head up. So pick up those double reins. Let's show how they work. They're on her neck. Now remember, the bull is behind you, but Eva's usually pretty good. Much better. Much better. And if I were you, I would just try to get a little more speed control at your request, not at her request. If you don't want her to pick up a fast walk or a slow trot, then ask her to stop, do some serpentines, do some small circles. Okay, right now she's picking up a trot and her head's up. Pick up those double reins. There's a lot to do here. And at the same time, realize that Sarah is, for the first time in her life, in a side saddle, in a not an arena setting, but in a small obstacles course here. Let me suggest something else, Sarah. Okay. If you can turn around. Yeah, keep her frame the way you're comfortable. Let me suggest this. A safer place, if you were going to fall off, would be in my arena. Right? If you fall off here, it's earth, it's leaves, but it's not 4 inches of sand. We have cavalettis at my arena. Why don't we just do speed control right now and have you actually try the jump next time in the arena? Okay. Are you okay on that? Okay, so go ahead and see if you can steer her, keeping the frame you want, and then see if you can park her where you want to park her. Coming around to show you how Eve is behaving. This is a rather challenging place to learn this, but we wanted to start in the obstacles and then back off and go back to the arena if necessary. Chris Cox just this week, see it last week in October, has a special show about training your horse anywhere but an arena. And he was training his horse on the ground, in the saddle, within trees, in waterways, on his property. But still, he said, this is a whole nother challenge. You see, we have all these yuke trees. Sarah may want to, if you want to slow her down to a walk, and do some serpentines around the yuke trees. See if you can do it. That'll give us an idea if we want to spend another few sessions on it. Before we do some jumping in the arena, we have to make sure that Sarah and Eve are comfortable with each other when there is a side saddle on. Everything else the same. O-ring snaffle, riding crop, slobber strap, so that when Sarah lets loose of the reins, the pressure on Eve's mouth is immediately in relief because the slobber straps are heavy and fall. Good, good. I see that she's seemingly getting more speed control. And here's my driveway that's sand covered so that we can work out here on a long straight path. And you know what, Sarah? Step up. Eve is pretty good about the bridge. Step up on the bridge here and step in the box and stop. And if we can't do it, then that's another objective for another time. Okay, stop. See what I mean? She says, okay, I'm going in, but I'm getting out. You can back up. Right, those are 5x5 posts. Good. Careful now, you're going to be stepping on the post because she's a little bit nervous. Good. The posts are connected with hardware, so they're not moving around. All right, let's, are you comfortable to go try it again?
The box?
Yeah. Yeah. Step up on the bridge and start giving her pre-cues. As you're going in the bridge, stepping into the box, start sitting on your pockets. She thinks, oh, forward, forward, forward motion. Let your body tell her. Let your voice say easy. And then as you come to the inside of the box, you use the ho command. And I think she'll be giving you better answers. Nice, nice, nice. Back is a wonderful training tool. Good. Oh, good. Around the haunches, around the forequarters, as much of that haunches and forequarters work, that's where our Western dressage is coming in. We've done quite a bit on it. Oh, much better, she says. Oh, I understand. Ah, she said forward motion. Now, if you go to our last session, which happened about 3-4 months ago, you'll see that we actually got her to go over her haunches in that box. If you could get her to step in it again, and then go 90 degrees over the haunches, but don't let her go forward. She's just having a misunderstanding now. She's looking good, looking real good. Her frame is good. And there's my bull, by the way. He's watching us. And even though he's much smaller than her and weighs much less than her, he's got horns. He's considered a predator to my horses. Okay, so okay. Watch it. I know the tendency is to grab both reins. Try to bump her down. Let's try again. Boy, we have a lot of challenges back here, but that's what we love about our ranch horse versatility here on our farm, on our ranch, Shadrack Farms. We leave everything set up here so it's easy to decide to train wherever we want to train, in the arena, in the obstacles. Good, good. So she doesn't necessarily think that she's going to go into the box every time she steps on the bridge. Very good. And then look over her head, not at her head, when you step into the box, and start telling her with your seat that you're going to stop. Good. Easy. Easy. She's looking at me. She's saying, okay, what's next? If you can come out towards the camera, maybe, oh, her back leg, Sarah, her back left leg is cocked. She's okay. She's giving us a sign of, And then she got a little bit stressed. She wasn't sure. Nice, nice. Just misunderstanding. That's what I'm seeing there. Misunderstanding. Once we do this often enough, she'll be willing, she'll understand, she'll give us the correct answer. And Sarah, just for history's sake, you weren't here, but several years ago we put a large black tarp in that box and we filled it with water. And wow, was that a challenge. We got all 3 horses on the ground in the saddle, not the side saddle at that time, to walk through that endless black abyss because they had no idea what they were stepping into when there was water there, and the back of the water, the ground of the water was black. So not only is it hard for them to see in front of themselves because they tend to see better on the sides, but we asked them in every way we could think of to step into it, through it, turn around in it, and trust us. Give us confidence, gain confidence. Good, beautiful frame. Okay, go out on the bridge. That would be a nice way to say that's all for today. Good girl. And we'll keep you posted on our future challenges, which, barring the rains coming in, we'll be working back here quite a bit and in my arena. And then, even when it starts raining, we can set challenges up in our covered square pen, and we will. There isn't a day that we cannot train on account of weather. There might be other reasons, but not on account of weather. And that's all for today. Any other comments, Sarah? How did it feel? Tell us.
Well, it was different. I think the stirrup might need to be a little bit shorter just so I can get more pressure.
Okay, come on over here. I want to discuss that with you because Michael Branson, my farrier, when I first got this saddle, bent that stirrup a little bit more for me.
Right.
So the question is, do we want him, he's coming next week, do we want him to bend it even more so that at that present stirrup length, you can get the pressure that you want with that thigh?
Well, I think I might need to only go up a hole.
Go for it. You want me to do it, or do you feel comfortable? It's all right, Eve. Remember now, Eve is feeling weird because this is a side saddle. I'm going to step close and join up with her to give her confidence. It's all right, Eve. It's all right. It's all right, Eve. See, when you lean over there, it's giving her other messages, so she has to understand that, okay, even though your weight is all to her left, she's not to move forward. I'm kind of thinking that maybe we want him to bend it a little more here so it comes over a little more.
Yeah. Was it supposed to be back more to maybe come right here?
Okay, let's
look up online.
Well, if we can't find the answer online, let's make our best judgment call and maybe even put this on her when he's here and say, can you, without breaking it, move it this way, that way, so that we have a little bit more pressure that we can use with the leg that is in a stirrup.
Because it feels like I could slip out pretty
Yes,
easily.
okay, all right. I'm not sure that the pressure is what's going to keep you in, though. I think it's the balance.
Right.
Okay, hold on to this. I'm going to go and stop this show. I feel that we have bit off a lot to chew. And again, this is the first time Sarah has been in a side saddle, and we're sure glad we have this side saddle. We bought it locally, and we've learned how to use it with a lot of help from the internet. And that's all for today. See more at www.urbancowgirlchannel.com.